The Garnish of Justice, a culinary critique of institutional consumption. In the grand dining halls of bureaucracy, justice is not a meal, it's a performance plated with deception. Imagine the courthouse as a restaurant, a work group, eager to serve cold dishes to guests who arrive hungry, starved by personal injury or property damage, are led to tables labeled the people, defendant, due process, transparency, integrity, tradition of service, the bench, and the bar. These are just a few examples. The waitstaff, who are really prosecutors in tailored attire, act as doubles for short hand servers that appear to be missing. The paralegals, who should be keeping an accurate record, are failing miserably. While cloaked in authority, they flash their two-faced smiles so polished they reflect the fluorescent lights of institutional denial and its own hostility. One Yelp review reads, "False advertising, a damning discovery in the process of the American public, who mistakenly believe the court system, which is adversarial in its process, poses no health or safety hazards." The menu promises accountability, fairness, and safety. What arrives first is a garnish, a sprig of jargon, limp and flavorless, meant to distract from the delay. The mature D offers apologies citing complex procedures and ongoing reviews. The kitchen chef shout out from the back that they're working hard. They expect us to believe them. What reality arrives is not what was ordered. It is a psychological casserole baked with denial, seasoned with projection, and stuffed with false acts meant to dismiss the truth as a mere inconvenience. The institution calls it a simulation of one sided resolution. The guest having no other choice except the plate. They're told that it's free because they made reservations and obtained a fee waiver in advance. They're told it's justice, just no court shorthand reporter is available. The taste is bitter. The texture? Like a taco made of cerveza, but slicked with slime so sticky it clings to the throat and coats the guts. The dish induces nausea, confusion, and a creeping sense that something is deeply wrong. The digestive tract revolts. Guests begin to spill their skitness, stunned, disoriented, and betrayed. The waitstaff, they appear and they present a dietary label and offer of a justification. An official looking document that tells a tall tale. None of the ingredients are natural, and worse, they're artificial. They're synthetic distortions of reality engineered for institutional self preservation. This is how justice is served, they say, as they refill the glass of their guests with tea brewed from apple cider vinegar that smells unmistakably of diesel exhaust fluid. One guest notices the yellow looking water pitcher bears a yellow hazard symbol. Hazardous to outsiders, it reads, but the servers pour anyway because they think that the guests don't know how to read. Then comes the mints. Wrapped in plastic, they appear harmless. Tokens of closure, a palette of cleansers of minimization. But inside, they are riddled with mice droppings, confused for chocolate chips. The guests recoil, the illusion fractures. The smile fades. How the guests knew what mice droppings actually taste like is beyond me. Behind the swinging closed doors, the chefs inspect themselves, sniff their armpits to review their hygiene. The health department, conveniently housed in the same building, sit next to the freezer, declares that the kitchen is spotless. We have found no wrongdoing, they announce, having used mirrors instead of microscopes. The inspection report is laminated and displayed proudly, A plus, next to a sign reading "We serve justice daily." The guests and other self represented litigants are often stuck in this vacuum of procedural indigestion and institutional discomfort that set matters in motion but quickly devolve into turmoil and unresolved distortions, a buildup of harm that fragments into emotional poisoning and long term symptoms of institutional betrayal. When they report the illness, the institution responds. They resort to the blame game. You must have brought it in with you. Staff then offer a complimentary dessert as if you want it, but yet offer the deflection, topped with blame shifting resolution cream. The garnish of justice was never meant to be nourished. The entree was never meant to heal. It was meant to silence. The institution knows this. It smiles anyways. And when guests finally rise, clutching their stomachs, plugging their butts, and run into the bathroom to sit out their guts, shattered by these illusions, they are handed the bill. It reads, "For services rendered, no refunds, no liability. Thank you for dining with us." Yet, the guest, shocked at the epistemic reality. I thought you said it was free.